Welcome to the stream. More of the same, just playing some World of Warcraft, The Burning Crusade. As always, at least in recent memory, it's all I've been doing. We're on the Tauren Shaman. I'm level 40, and I am about 3/4 of the way to 41, which will be a significant change because I'll be able to dual wield weapons at that point. So at 40, I got Storm Strike, which really made, for the first time in my shaman's life, very melee capable. Before, it was based on a lot of auto attacks and stuff like that, and it wasn't all that great. We're just kind of going through the motions. We are a few levels ahead of where we need to be. And the point with that, like I explained yesterday, is it just makes things easier to plow through. Rather than being a few levels behind, I'd rather be a few levels ahead. The XP won't be as good, however, you'll go through the shit twice as fast, so it might kind of balance out. Less downtime, less having to heal and drink, so it kind of all works out. Plus, I need all the flight paths anyways. I came in from all the way over here, Stone Talon Mountains, which is just west of Ashenvale there. So we all know the big barrens here that I go through here, then Stone Talon to the west, which is really nice, just below Ashenvale, the Elven area. And now I'm in here, in the Desolus. So, it's quite far to get to the next flight path, and I would like to unlock those.
I got what you need! What do you want?
That's tied into a quest, actually, I think. Yeah, so we'll do this for a bit. See what happens. Hopefully I get to level 41 a little quicker this time, now that I'm actually a good ways into the level. Unlike yesterday, I was at the beginning of it, and it took a lot longer than expected. I got an SSD for my computer. It was an absurd amount of money. Like $700 absurd. That's pretty much adios to the money. However, the idea with that is it's real simple. I'm tired of being limited to storage on my computer. And I don't want to use a mechanical hard drive anymore. I've been spoiled with the SSD power on my PS5. So I figured, you know what? It's time to step it up. I'm upgrading my 6 or 7-year-old computer with it. Might seem counterproductive because I'm trying to build a computer, however, that's a piece that I'm going to bring over. My new computer was going to need that hard drive, so I just decided to buy it early, if you will. Make use of it right now. Then someday when I go to build my computer, well, there'll be that one less piece that I have to worry about. It's really that simple. So it's kind of like a... I was going to say a small investment, but it's actually a pretty big investment. It was almost the price of my graphics card, for fuck's sakes. So it's a pretty big deal. Oh, making Shadow Prey Village here. I don't want to do that. No. Definitely don't want to do that. We might end up skipping a few quests. We'll see. There's a few here that I'm not too crazy about. But I had to come here anyways because that flight path is huge. It's one of the flight paths that's the most out of the way. Yeah, see, we're all the way at the very far west. And then the next one is just incredibly far, so it's a good thing that we got that one.
Ancestors watch over
Use the elixir of water breathing. See, I don't feel like doing that quest. So it's one of those, we can just fucking skip it. I'm okay with that. Now we've got to go... Oof. Wow. Now, I'm not on my druid. Well, we'll see how the... Oh, I see why they want you to hearth. Could you imagine once I'm there, and then I gotta run all the way back when I could have just hearthed? However, the problem with that... Well, hold on. If I hearth there... Thunderbluff is actually just right there. We're actually not that far away. Maybe I will make it my inn, after all. Because then I'll be close to Orgrimmar. That'll probably actually be less time for me to just hearth and fly to where I want to go versus riding all the way back. But it's generally, in my opinion, not advised to do that.
Greetings, traveler. Be careful.
So sure, why not? Depending on how I do in this stream, if I get tired or whatever. I don't think we can go there. Let's just see what happens here. Now, normally I can walk on water. Water walking, but I need fish oil. I just don't know where you're supposed to get fish oil from. Yeah, because I could have just ridden along the coast rather than having to walk all the way around. That's actually pretty crazy. This is part of the reason why I don't like this zone. To be honest with you, now that I got the flight path, I'm kind of just tempted to skip it. I really, really am. Like, I'm not even kidding. Fuck. Let's just see what's in the works here. Let's see where else we'd be going. We'd be going back to Dustwallow Marsh, which is actually where my druid is right now. Then Stranglethorn Vale, then back to Arathi. Then Alterac Mountains, Thousand Needles, all these areas. Yeah, I seriously don't want to fucking do that. Let's see what else we can do. Those are all the way over there. Oh boy. Well, let's see what happens. So we were right here. Let's do Dustwallow Marsh. Yeah, let's just do that. So I shouldn't have changed my hearth, but you know what? Fuck it. Now we're in the same spot, like I said, as my druid.
How may I aid you?
Camp to Juro, Thunderbluff. I feel like I should stop off in Thunderbluff. Make it my inn on the way there.
Farewell.
Yeah, I should do that. Whatever. It is dead in here today. I already got 16 playbacks, though. That's fine. Not a problem. Let me see if my chat is bugged out again. Because my own message that I typed earlier when someone said hello, I didn't see it. That's odd. Because Pro Hitman was in here earlier. Well, we'll let it run for a few minutes. If nobody comes in, not a big deal. I might actually just turn this into a regular upload. That way I can just ignore the chat completely. I like that it tells you the timer, the approximate time it's going to take you to arrive at your destination when you're flying. So in about half a minute, I should be there. So yeah, Desolus is an okay area. However, had I been better prepared with the water walking, I may have been more prone to wanting to do it. Then again, nothing stops me from getting the fish oil. I don't know, I'm still kind of tempted to do that now because I had to go back to Thunder Bluff anyways, but as you can see, it's not a quick flight there. I mean, it takes a couple of minutes, but I don't know, we'll see. Water breathing and water walking. Shiny fish scales and fish oil. Let me look up on the internet where I get that shit, because I forget if it's something you can buy, from a reagent vendor or not. World of Warcraft. Fish oil. Let's see where you get that shit from. Splat. Ah, it's one of those things you gotta fish. Reagent 4. Okay, that's what it is. Yeah. You can't just buy it from like a reagent vendor or something like that. No problem.
I have just the thing for you.
I bet you do. Fish oil. It is relatively cheap and probably easy to farm and fish on your own. But I'm fucking lazy. Yeah, see, look at that. It's 1 silver for 20 for fish oil. And how often am I going to need that? Shiny fish scales. Yeah, these are fairly easy ingredients to get your hands on. And they're fairly cheap too. 50 copper for 10. That's crazy. There we go. Let's buy... There we go.
Walk with the earth.
Now I'm debating if I should go back and finish that area. I've been selling a lot of shit on the auction house. Making that money. There we go. Look at that. 45 water breathing. Yeah. But I think I'm still going to skip it for now. I just have to find a spot. I don't remember where the bank is in this place. That's the only issue. Mailbox. Because after all these years of being here, I haven't really used this area much. This is the spot I've used the absolute least in all my years. I know how to get around to everything that I need to focus on. I just don't know. I suppose I can just ask the fucking guard.
Hail.
Seriously? Oh my god, it was right in front of me. That's funny.
Ah, I've been expecting you.
I bet you have. Yeah, we'll just keep one of each for now.
Farewell.
Well met.
Yeah, I don't have the flight path there.
Be careful.
Yeah, we're just going to be going east this time. So essentially, yeah, all the way into here. Yeah. Weird, it shows that there's like 5 people in here right now, but when I go to participants, there's nobody in here. So it is quite possible, and I think I talked about that in my last stream. That could just be people that are watching the stream that aren't logged in with an account. So you can't actually see who's in there. Because you can watch YouTube videos without being signed in, right? So then what username would it show you, right? I really wish I could go to Outlands right now. I'm so done with leveling, but I do enjoy it. Like playing these characters that I have. I really do enjoy them, but I just want to get, like, I mean, everybody's level 70 already. So we're back in the Barrens. We know this area quite well, but we're going to be going into this area now. In the current or future guides. Okay. Well, then fuck it. Get rid of all those quest items then as well. I forgot to put those in the bank. Ah, fuck. Whatever. Not only that, I also got distracted and I forgot to... Fuck. Forgot to make Thunderbluff my inn. I don't want to go all the way back to Shadowprey Village. Ah, that's okay. I think there's an inn where I'm going. If not, I'll just ride to it manually. Doesn't really matter. So the same old road you've seen me on time and time again. It's a fairly low-level area. Ish. 15 to 20. But now we're going to be dipping into the mid-30s to 40. I'm actually almost caught up to where my druid is. My alliance one. I might play him for a little bit after. It kind of just depends. Like I said, when the streams are this slow, I love streaming, but I also like doing regular uploads as well. Because then you don't have to focus on the chat. And if there is no chat going on, well, then you don't have to keep looking to see if there is a chat. But it's been 20 minutes. No one's bitten the hook yet. So I think once I get in here, if it's still dead, I'll just end the stream and I'll do a regular upload instead. It'll be much easier to manage. No, those are no good. Because my herbs are at almost 180. So I'm actually doing pretty good, and my skinning's almost at 252. That's pretty good. I was almost tempted, but I don't think I'm going to do it. I have another WoW account that I haven't used the boost on. I have to buy the boost, though. That's the thing. It's like $50, but it's normally $400 or $500 to get a third party to do it, and you can get banned and all this shit, and it's frowned down upon. Look at how it transitions from one biome to the next. And then all of a sudden we're here. And it's contested. But yeah, if I knew that I was only going to play one character, between my druid and my shaman, I would just play another account, and I would just play that character. He'd automatically be 58, and I would be able to immediately jump into the Burning Crusade. But I do have a resto druid that can jump right into it right now because I've been questing there. However, I don't want to play multiple characters, but it is kind of nice to know that I do have multiple characters that are all on the same account, because another account means I'd have to pay an additional $20 Canadian a month, which is about $15, $16 American a month. And I don't want to do that just to play one character. So if I'm patient and I just get these guys up. Snitch. What? What the fuck? What are you talking about there, Harrison? You better retract that message. What the heck did you mean by snitch? I didn't snitch on anybody. I don't even know anybody to snitch on, even if I wanted to. Ooh, 38. And there's the little horde outpost here. Another flight path that we can grab. For some reason, I don't know if there's... Oh, there is an inn, okay.
Speak, friend.
Oh, okay.
Be safe.
I was gonna say, that's usually not something I call someone as a joke. A black shield, Fly to Ratchet. What? So how you doing there? I like the music, but let's take a break from it. Fly to Ratchet. But then where am I gonna go? Hey, long time no see. How you been? Okay, well, let's just do... Let's just do what it says.
Greetings.
Wants us to go back to Ratchet, so be it. Not too bad, I was about to end the stream. I've been streaming for a half hour already. No one was saying anything. So I was about to say, adios, muchachos. So we're getting out of the Dust Wallow Marsh. Oh my god, yeah, big time. They're a completely different chain, though. We don't sell AK-47s and shit like that. Haha. It's completely different, but yeah, it's... I mean, it's going to be more or less the same, but there's just a lot of stuff that you won't find in between the different countries' stores. But I mean, it's probably more or less the same shit. George is probably the main brand for clothing. As a matter of fact, this Red Hot Chili Peppers t-shirt that I'm wearing right now that I got for a mere $6 Canadian, it was on sale, like $4 American, is actually from Walmart. If I can stop flying and start kicking some ass, I might actually be able to hit 41 and start dual wielding. I got 2 one-handed axes that I'm ready to rip the shit out of people with. Why were you wondering that? The hell?
Welcome to Ratchet. Hope you're looking for work.
Put these items in the bank. Belgrim sealed note.
Time is money, friend.
Good, because now I can do what I've been wanting to do for a while.
Be good.
Collect Gravel's parts and crate.
Hey, how you doing?
I know you're in here somewhere. No. Hey, Stotts, how you doing? So what's on the gender? Agenda, you mean? Oh, I mean sometimes, but rarely. Not too bad. Just a little bit, just a bit tired. I mowed the lawn. I did a lot of walking today. Trying to find... Where the fuck is this item?
Have a good one.
Oh, apparently... Anyways. Yeah, I'm just playing my, Tauren Shaman there. I'm almost at the same level, the same spot as my Druid.
Yo, keep it real.
Well, that was fucked up. So it wanted me to go all the way to Dust Wallow. I got the flight path. But I kind of feel like that was almost a waste. Why? Maybe it was just a good time to get it now because we're going to come back there later. We'll be able to fly there. I don't know. I don't know. But now it wants us to return back to the jungle. Back to the jungle. I feel like for now I'm gonna make this place my home. I just don't like the idea of having it being Shadow Prey Village. I don't like that. Oh, so I wanna vent a little bit. I have spent 700 Canadian dollars on an SSD for my 6-year-old computer. Yep. I felt the need to share that.
Ah, potential customer.
Because it's a big deal.
Glad I could help.
You don't mow your lawn? Oh, I have to. I have a psychotically sized lawn, so it would look like a jungle if I didn't. But yeah, so I bought a 4 terabyte, a big fat whopping SSD. And the idea behind that is pretty simple. I'm no longer limited to space for my games on PC. I'm not predominantly a PC gamer. I'm really not. So it might be funny to spend more money on a little shit-sized SSD than what the entire PS5 cost with an extra controller and a 3-year warranty. It was actually pretty much the same price. But I won't have to ever worry about space now, ever again. Like, I mean, ever. It's no longer an issue. It's over. Probably for a good 6-7 years, I won't have to worry about space at all. Every single computer game that I care about to play is only 1.5 terabytes. So I could have technically have gotten a 2 terabyte. But then we're starting to cut corners again, right? And then we're left with only about 6 games that we can install if they're about 80 gigs a pop. 6 games is not really future-proofing. Being able to install an additional, like, fucking 30 games, holy shitballs. That's really future-proofing. So, I did it. Obviously, it was like double the price, but for an extra about $300 Canadian, maybe $220, $230 American, that's gonna future-proof me for a much longer duration. I don't think it was, because right now I got a terabyte that I'm working with on my computer for my operating system and my games. So I'm very limited to what games I can have on my computer with 1 terabyte. Then I got a 100 gig small SSD, and that's only for my YouTube shit. That's where I back up all my stuff onto. But now I can just download any game that's like first person, or just games I want to play around with a trainer, you know what I mean? I want to be able to get back into maybe Days Gone on PC. It'll help a lot. Games that my PC can handle properly, I'll probably delete them off my PlayStation 5's external SSD, because I also spent, I think it was $400 on a 2 terabyte. But that one's like a special SSD. It reads and writes at like 1,500 megabytes. It's like disgustingly fast. So I did that for my PS4 games. And I'm predominantly more of a console player. Like overall, I just prefer simple, grab a controller, play some sports games, play a couple of, third-person action-adventure RPGs. I would never play like The Witcher kind of game
Have a good one.
with a mouse and keyboard. But then games like Far Cry, because it's first-person, I'd much rather play with a mouse and keyboard. And there's some exceptions. Like if I were to play The Division, even though that's a third-person game, I would prefer to play that with a mouse and keyboard. So all those games that I own on PC that I just can't afford to download due to there's no room, I can do it now. I can now play GTA 5. Well, not now. Tomorrow when it comes in. Amazon one-day delivery. I'm going to be able to play GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. High settings, 60 FPS goodness. So, that's going to be pretty sweet. There's like 230 gigs right there. Yeah, I have a few of them in my computer, but also my 3 terabyte backup hard drive is pretty much shot. I have a laptop-sized hard drive that's either 3 or 4 terabytes. I think it's a 3. And it's just not doing well at all. Oh, I mean, that's anybody's guess. Right now they're focusing on GTA 5 for yet another generation. But I mean, it's possible that we get GTA 6 mentioned.
Time is money, friend.
Make Booty Bay your home.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah,
Glad I could help.
might as well. I forget when E3 is, because I don't watch that shit. As much as I talk a lot,
Yo,
what I like doing is
talk to me.
recaps. Here's all the games coming out for 2021. Okay, there you have it. For those of you that want the long-winded answer, right? So that is more what I'm into. I could never watch an E3. That shit's fucking boring as fuck. It's like a BlizzCon. Who the fuck wants to sit there for 3 hours? I want to be known two things. What and when. That's it. Diablo 4 and then the date. That's it. I don't need a 3-hour fucking escapade to tell me that. Right? I don't. And then all the back and forth talking, and now we're going to have Chris Metzen talk to you about the behind the scenes as to how we came up with, the scenery. Bitch, just show me the goods. Show me the goods. You know what I mean? Just show us the fucking shit. That's what I'm into. So yeah. So basically, fuck E3 or Nintendo Direct or any of that shit. I could never, in a million years, sit through that shit. Wow, I have no flip.
Go for it.
But I think it's sometime this month, maybe in the next couple of weeks, the E3 event. I'm not too sure. Someone was asking me, hey, Hitman, if I was going to stream it, and I was like, oh, God, no. No. Could never do that. I just don't find it enjoyable. I really, really don't. Plus, I like talking too much. I have a really big fucking mouth, if you can't already tell. It'd be hard for me to hold back while we're watching an E3 event, and I'm like, just dying to talk. It would be not that good. Podcasts like interview would be good. I'd be fine with that. Sharing the floor with somebody else, but not like a bunch of other people that are talking. It's just then I lose my train of thought in the moment. When I think something, I have to say it right away or I might forget it.
Loktar. Strength and honor.
Wow, we've got a lot of...
Anu Belore Delana.
Accept... Oh, yes, I remember this one.
What you want? How you doing, man?
How you doing? Okay.
What you want?
Why can't I sound like that?
You come get the voodoo.
I wish I had that voice.
Stay away from the voodoo.
That would be fucking sweet. I'd be making money with that voice.
Greetings, man.
Revenant. I found your channel. By your Village videos. Oh, thank you. That's what I try to do on my channel. Literally, is help people. I've come to realize after my few short years on YouTube that no one gives a shit about watching me play a random game for just shits and giggles. People want to be helped. They want information. They want to be shown shit that's going to make their gameplay faster, more enjoyable, and make more sense to them. So that's why I did most of the combinations, pretty much all of them, for Resident Evil Village, and to the point where I'd have the fucking, puzzle solved right in the goddamn thumbnail. You know what I mean? Your answer was right there because it's about helping people. It's not always about clickbaiting people into having them coming into your video to watch it unless it needs to be discussed. If it's just a pin combination, we don't need to go, it's your boy coming at you live. Guys, we're going to get right into this in just a minute. But first, a word from our sponsors. And then fucking 7.5 minutes later. Oh, yeah, by the way, almost forgot. Yeah, so the pin for the door is 4539. Those are the kinds of people you want to strangulate. Very hard. Yeah. So I do the complete opposite. I show you the shit in the thumbnail, the goddamn title, the description box, and somehow I have people that message me and go, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but that's technically a spoiler. Bitch, if you're looking for shit online, how to help your gameplay, that's technically spoiling it for you. So I actually had some people complain. They didn't like the fact that I had the code in the thumbnail. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? E3 is June the 12th, and I doubt Rockstar will tell us anything about GTA 6. It'll probably be more GTA 5, because, we haven't gotten enough of that. Okay, let's get into this a little bit before I bore everybody to death. So we're in Stranglethorn Vale, on the Horde side, naturally, because I had been playing Alliance there for quite a while. And we're just going to try to get closer to that level 41 again. I really want to showcase that dual-wielding enhancement shaman. This is not the one where you throw all the lightning bolts and all that kind of bullshit. This is the one where there's just raw, savage power. You can really tear some shit up with this. And it's very visually appealing to see. Like, it's just very badass. Like, I mean, it's pretty sexy. You got to the point quickly. I try. Yes, that's the one that everybody liked, hence the 30-something thousand views I've gotten on that video already. That's kind of where my channel excels, to be honest with you. The only time I ever pop 50, 60, 2, 3, 400,000 views per video is on shit like that. It's when I go, all right, here's how this fucking shit works. And then it's like, it's not that I treat you like a dummy, but I don't want to start assuming what you know and don't know. So I'll hold your hand as if you know fuck all, and I'll literally take you through every step of the way. That way everybody wins. If you already knew half of what I said, great. Awesome. Still only took me a couple of minutes to explain it anyways. And then if you knew nothing, didn't understand fuck all, on your own that is, well, hopefully I covered all the bases. And that's the thing. It's either people take 7 minutes to get to the point in their video, and then when they do, sometimes they're very vague with the explanation. They're just like, yeah, so you buy the weapon and then the Duke ends up having it. Great, but what about the part where if you go visit the Duke the last time before you beat the game, how about the part that you explain to people that the inventory you have when you beat the game is the inventory you have when you start your New Game Plus. So those weapons don't technically have to be stuck on the Duke. Then you have 90% of people playing Resident Evil Village thinking that they can't get those weapons until the first half hour of each new playthrough until they reach the Duke for the first time, and that is fucking incorrect. Right? That's what fucking drives me crazy about, and a lot of YouTubers are guilty of that. Huge, massive, successful, beloved YouTubers. And I feel like it's just fucked up. They take so long to get to the point, and then when they do get to it, it's convoluted, it's vague, they don't do a full explanation, and I just don't get it. I don't understand. It's like, why bother making the video in the first place? Me, I try to get to the point as fast as I can, but with as much information I feel is necessary to divulge, because every second counts when you're watching somebody talk. Every second counts. Then, you can get into a little bit of a more long-winded explanation for those that require that little bit of extra detail. That way, if you didn't need it, great, you already got what you came for, and then if you need more, well, then you stick around until the end of the video, and hopefully everybody wins by then, and nobody has any additional questions, because you've pretty much covered everything. In a perfect world, obviously. Your content is Oh, thank you. I mean, I try really hard. Yeah, I'm just not in... Where I waste people's time with bullshit is on my live streams. This is my place. This is where, you know, I get to do that. But not in an upload. Not when someone is coming to your channel to a very specific video for a very specific thing. I understand some people have sponsors and all that. I get that. But I'll never forget it. And it happens time and time again. You know that not all, but a lot of my little tutorial videos or whatever, maybe half the time, they actually came from somebody else, another YouTuber or two. And what'll end up happening is I'll watch the video for 10 minutes, finally got a piece of information that was really good, 8 minutes in, and this is not an exaggeration. Then I'll watch another YouTuber cover another angle that was important, that wasn't explained in the other video from a completely different person. And then I'll go, yeah, that's important. Next YouTuber, that's important. Next YouTuber, that's important. Because neither of them cover all 3 points, let's say. And it's like 10 minutes, 7 minutes, maybe 4 minutes. That's a lot of time wasted. And then in literally sometimes 2 minutes, I end up giving you the information that it took me almost a fucking half hour to sit through 3 different YouTubers to get to. And those are the kinds of videos, again, that sometimes hit kind of big, 200,000-300,000 views. And it's like, I didn't figure it, you know, in those instances, sometimes I didn't even figure that stuff out on my own, but it's not about that. It's just about, you know, making it easier and quicker for people to get to. That information is so crucial. Being done in a timely manner, I mean. And I struggle with that too, because I do love talking and rambling on and, you know, going in circles sometimes. But when I upload something, there's times, people don't know this, I'll record the same thing sometimes 10 times. Even if it's just a 2-minute video, that was 4 minutes. Could that have been done in 3? Could I have said less? Then I'll watch back through my videos. Yeah, I didn't really need to say that. I didn't need to say that. Yeah, I can definitely cut that out. You'd be surprised how much time I waste. So a lot of times when people go, dude, you have all day. You don't work. You just upload these 3-4 minute videos that shouldn't take up all your time every day. Well, that 2-minute video can sometimes take me an hour by the time it's all said and done, if I feel I'm not content with it. Most times my videos are a one-shot deal, but sometimes they're not, and then I'll OCD about it, and I'll try to compress the video as much as I can, and that can be very, very difficult to do. Yeah, the game doesn't explain... No, it doesn't. Not at all. I mean, there's some people now, so I'm kind of enjoying this now. The first half hour was shit, because there's nobody in here. I was literally talking to myself for a half hour. But now there's a few people, so I might stick around for a bit. Later, Hitman. Yeah, so sometimes it's not always easy for me to explain things well, in a non-convoluted way, because that's how my brain naturally works to begin with. If you saw my thought process, you'd be like, oh my god, I'm glad that's not the videos you're uploading to YouTube, right? I kind of have to filter through all the madness, if that makes any sense. The thought storm, as I call it, it's like a storm inside my head. And I have to kind of pick away all the important, valid points and then put them all into just one thought and then upload it before my brain scrambles it all over the place again. So that's been very challenging for me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're bright red. They're Gauntlets of Divinity. They kind of match my Scarlet outfit. But this is World of Warcraft Classic. There is no matching until you're high-end geared for, like, endgame content. So everybody looks like a vagrant. Everybody looks like they just, you know, woke up behind a thrift store. Kind of patched up some things. No, we don't need to kill those. If all goes well, I'm hoping to hit 41 on this stream. And that's why sometimes I also don't post a lot of videos, is if I feel like what I want to talk about isn't of much value, I just don't bother. Sometimes I feel, and I won't mention any names because it's rude, and there's a lot of good people out there. They're not bad people, they mean well. But there are some people I find that recycle a lot of their content. They really milk it. They know they're big on YouTube. They know they're going to be getting literally hundreds of dollars per video that they upload. So that's kind of like a powerful thing to know. Imagine if every video I uploaded ended up like that Resident Evil Village I recently uploaded. It kind of makes you go, wow, that's crazy. What can I talk about now? Just anything. Fuck, I'm going to get, you know, all these views. I'm going to make all this money. I kind of get it. But sometimes I feel like people are almost plagiarizing themselves, even though that sounds like that doesn't make any sense, because obviously you can't plagiarize yourself. But do you know what I mean by that? Like where you're almost word for word rehashing the same fucking content, the exact same video, but you're just kind of changing it a little bit, but it's essentially the same fucking shit. I find a lot of people do that. I would rather find a video to keep talking about, but that's completely different, right? Rather than having people come in and giving people the sense, I've already heard this fucking shit. This kind of sounds identical to his other video. You could probably maybe guess who I'm sort of kind of talking about. Clown suits until you're high level. Yeah, pretty much. Rat, I don't know why he's inviting me. I guess I can... I suppose I can maybe help him a little bit. He wants to see me fuck these motherfuckers up like this. He wants the, he wants that Wind Fury power. Look at that. These guys don't stand a chance. Look at that. Practically one-shotting these motherfuckers. Holy shitballs. See, like, that gray tornado shit? That's like when my Wind Fury crits? Look at that. Or, not crits. Hits. That damage, see? Oh my god. See, said it right there. Yeah, it's pretty wild. I'm wild. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. That's why people always want to invite me to their groups. They're using me for my power. I'm okay with that. Holy shitballs. So 80% of the game you look like you want to get. Yes, pretty much. I had an enhancement chamois on a line string. Oh, nice. You did play WoW before. That's cool. Cool. Yeah, it's fun. It's just, it's a lot of fun. One shot. Ah, that shit never gets old, man. Can't do that on my druid. Just fucking him up. The guy doesn't even have a chance to get a hit in. I think we have the same quests. That's hilarious. Yeah, Wind Fury. Oh, man. I've been playing this game for 17 years, but I never tire of this shit. When Wind Fury hits, that's it. And you got a 20% chance of having you hit that Wind Fury. And at 41, which is coming up really, really soon, what ends up happening, there's other camps over here, I think, is I can dual wield the Wind Fury. So now each weapon has a 20% chance. So it's pretty wild when that double procs. It's just gross. It should almost be illegal. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I figured that. Yeah, there's other camps over here. Holy hot sauce. Don't mind me, I'm just kind of focusing there so I don't get too distracted. Yeah, it's, I wasn't ready. Nah, he's good. There, like I was doing. Yeah, so that's what it's all about for me. Really is, you know, just getting a balance of... Oh, he wants to roll. Let's see what's in the box, bitch. Like, I love my druid. He's really cool. I mean, it's pretty much shit anyways, but... Another camp up here. Jesus. Man, when that tornado hits, in case you're curious what the tornado does, when it hits and you see it, I'm hitting 2 additional times, and for an extra crazy amount of attack power on top of that. So it's like you're triple hitting them, and then with all the extra attack power, it's probably almost like you're doing 5 normal hits in one, and that's why they vanish into thin air. It's pretty psycho. And when you hear the sort of like explosion sound, that's me getting a critical strike. Just beware of cutscenes. Cutscene? Which cutscene? Annihilated. Oh, this spot is good. Yeah, this might be a good spot. Nice. Now we're talking. This guy gets fucked up pretty hard, though. Ah, so much fun. Damn. Yeah, I'm probably going to be able to get everything that I need from here. Because there's a psychotically sized group of trolls in this area. I can't wait to hit 41. When I dual wield, that's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. Definitely a lot of trolls here. Yeah, I got them all. I did that a little while ago. Ooh, I missed on that one. And I gotta loot my shit to make sure I'm not skipping out on anything I need. The only one that was a pain in the ass was the water quest. The air totem one, they just give it to you. So that was like a non-issue. Only the water one is, because it has you going all over the place. The air one, they just give you. The fire one, I mean, it wasn't too bad. And the strength one, I mean, it was, you know, whatever. But yeah, the water one by far was like, are you kidding me? Just give me the fucking thing already. Crazy. Any movie recommendations? Not really. I don't watch movies much. Man, fuck this chair. We're getting around that time where it's going to be time for me to jump out of my chair soon. That's the thing, too. There are times where I end my stream earlier than I would like to just because I'm in so much discomfort. This guy, did you ever listen to music while playing? No. I don't want to tell him my live stream or I record because he's going to ask me for my YouTube channel. And I like keeping that separate from the game. I like the WoW music. Yeah, the WoW music is pretty good. 25 necklace. Yeah, that water one was criminal. I heard they'll finally add the Bassam outfit on June 7th. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, their soundtracks are pretty wild. I mean, I have the music turned off right now, but that's just because I felt like I needed a little bit of a break. Not that I'm bored of it. Try not to shock them too much because that does drain a lot of mana. And I could still drop them pretty quick as well. But when I get a crit and I get that shaman or that focused 60% mana reduction in my next shock. So that tends to be when I do it. As soon as I get a crit, when you hear that glass shattering effect, that's what that usually is. Man, there's a lot of trolls around here. Holy shitballs. I'm telling you, it's pretty lethal shit. He goes, I can't even help. Yeah, there's pretty much no other class in the game that can do that. But I mean, we do come with weaknesses too, so... Enhancement shamans are definitely not considered overpowered. What you see before you may seem like it is, but it really isn't. Because when I'm on my rogue or other characters, I don't get fucked up by shamans. I mean, they can, if you're not careful. I used to buy all their collector's edition. Oh, yeah. I've bought their soundtrack off iTunes. And when I go jogging, I sometimes listen to the World of Warcraft music. It's pretty geeky. Gets me in the mood. Wow. Crazy. Yeah, normally you wouldn't be able to do that this fast. Have you played the modern expansions? I used to. I used to be a retail guy all the way. You know, and in some ways, I kind of prefer retail in a way, and the reason is real simple. So I predominantly play a druid, a Zandalari, troll druid on retail. And it's kind of hard not to like retail. And I'll tell you why. Because I can do everything with one character, one set of armor. So I can wear one piece of armor, whether I'm healing, I'm tanking, I'm doing melee DPS, I'm doing ranged casting, spell DPS. All the same gear. Respecking, I hit N, I hit the button, bam, I'm enhanced. Bam, I'm resto. In this game, not only do you have to pay up to 50 gold a time to respec, you can't do it on a fly. You have to go all the way back to your trainer. All this kind of bullshit. It's bullshit. It's incredibly frustrating. It's a massive time sink. It's a massive gold sink. You could have removed that shit and still made the game just as hard. You know, don't make the game actually any harder in terms of the actual challenge of the enemies and acquiring gear. But come on. 50 gold? That can take you almost up to a week of solid farming to get that 50 gold to give you some perspective in Classic. It's unfair. So like right now I'm melee with an axe. If I wanted to do more spell casting or any of that, I'd need a whole new set of gear. I'd have to pay a lot of money. It's just kind of dumb. So retail also has transmog. I can always look like a badass. I don't have to look like a fucking weirdo. There's just a lot of good things about retail. But all in all, the world feels dead. There's nobody around. Nobody wants you. Nobody appreciates you. This is an MMO, you know, when it's all said and done. It's an MMORPG. If you don't care about what people think, and you don't care about playing with people, well then you shouldn't be playing an MMO. Play fucking Skyrim instead. I play an online game because, well, you know, I want that online aspect. He's getting fucked. He's getting gangbanged, and I gotta heal him on top of killing everybody in here. I gotta do everything around here. Doing all the damage and all the healing. So then, with everything that I just shared with you about retail, that's pretty cool. You might be thinking, well, then why bother playing it? Or why not playing it? And it's that whole sense of community. All flash, no bang. I can turn into a druid, all these different forms. Fire cat, and it looks really cool. I can fly anywhere in the game. Retail has so much going for it, but every time they come out with a new expansion, they kill the prior zone. They'll flood another zone, completely remove the quests out of another zone. Like South Shore, they just completely ransacked that. I mean, that area was fucking sacred for WoW players. That was where people world PvP'd before Battlegrounds even existed. What do? let's ruin the South Shores, we'll give it to the Horde, we'll make it so that their flight path is there, and there's absolutely no fucking reason for anybody of that faction to ever have to even go there. One of the most iconic spots in the history of the world. Of Azeroth world, that is. And they just completely killed it. 1,000 needles, shimmering flats. Yeah, we'll just flood that with 100 feet of water. Sounds like a good fucking idea. Fucking idiots. We'll keep adding shit. We'll keep making you feel like you're taking 10 steps forward. But you're taking about 12 or 13 back. Here, there's no flash. But it's all bang. It's fucking a banging good time. I look like a bum, but I'm having fun doing it. I'm running into people all over the fucking place. It never ends. There's, like, I can't go anywhere without running into people. It's insane. So that kind of makes up for the fact that it's slower. It's a little bit more tedious. It's more difficult. It's a bigger grind. The end picture, for me in Classic, is a better game than Retail. Not only that, if you don't want to move on to the next expansion that will inevitably be in the midst of the future, aka Wrath of the Lich King, you don't have to go there. So what does that mean? You can make a copy for $20 Canadian, $15 American. You can make a copy. Let's have one go over to the Wrath of the Lich King. The other one, he's going to stay in the Burning Crusade forever. What does that mean? That you get to enjoy your character being a badass and you'll never have to level him again. You'll never have to gear him up ever again because you already have all the gear the game has to offer. That's not exactly a position that you're given too frequently in an MMO. Unless you're playing Guild Wars 2, in which I have the same gear in there I've had for half a decade, and it's no weaker than it was the moment I got it. I got it on the first day. So those are some advantages to Classic WoW. Slower to get started, but in the end, it's not a constant, infinite gear grind if you don't want it to be. Yeah, well, you know. I almost hit the skull because I'm used to people marking the skull for who you want to kill. And people usually sap. The symbol is usually moon. So that kind of threw me off from a visual perspective for a moment. But yeah, I'm just really digging this. And I mean, this isn't the first time I play an Enhancement Shaman. This is actually one of my first serious characters back in the day. For World PvP, it would probably still be a lot of fun. I kind of much prefer being able to stealth, buff, heal. This guy can't buff, but he can heal. He can res an infinite amount of times. The Druid actually can't. There's a 20-minute cooldown on that. It's a lot of fun. It's not nearly as flashy as this shit. But I could turn into a bear and I could probably solo the whole fucking group. And take a lot less damage. I wouldn't be doing as much damage, but I'd be able to show off in a different way. No healing for you. Really trying to plow through these as quickly as I can. I'm trying to hold off as long as I can because I am getting a little bit tired. I am coming at a point where I wanted to take a bit of a break. But I really want to hit that 41. Yes, he is. Yeah, he's pretty small. That's what she said. That was so immature. But I had to. That's what I do. Remember, I claimed to never have been mature for my age. Bam. Adios. She's just watching on like, wow, he's so big and strong. I've had people, by the way, whisper me shit like that before. Like, ooh, you look so big and beefy. I bet you're... I'm like, okay. There's some fucking weirdos out there. Yeah, and again, my defense to when someone's like, the very rare time someone just wants to be a prick, and they're like, bro, you're not funny. Really? I don't recall selling you a ticket for one of my shows. Get it? I'm not here for your amusement. If I can make myself laugh at my own joke, that's all that matters. That's always the comeback that I use when people say that. It's not funny. Wasn't trying to be. Don't recall selling you a ticket for one of my shows. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm laughing, so it's funny. And then they're like, what? And it's like, exactly. Because it's true, when you say something, if you think it's funny what you say, especially when something happens spontaneously in the moment, and you're laughing, you're having a good time, it doesn't matter if nobody else is sharing that with you. Right? That's why I'd be amazing at being a comedian, in the sense of, not because I think I'm that funny, but because if I were to bomb, as they call it, and the audience isn't laughing, I wouldn't get all awkward about it. Right? It wouldn't even bother me. I'd be like, well, I'm laughing. Maybe there's something wrong with all of you. You know, like I'd so easily be able to spin it on people. Maybe you're the problem. You think you can do better? Great. Come up here, and I will take your seat. Let's see if you can do any better. I can promise you that guy or girl is going to be like, right? Because a lot of people have stage fright. Because they care what people think. I, fortunately, don't get bothered by what people think. Seriously. It's so liberating. It is unbelievable. When you can legit not care what people think. I used to when I was younger. I cared too much what people thought. Yeah. Didn't always have it. But I'm glad I do now. Yeah, when I was a kid, like I mean a young kid in elementary school, junior high school, maybe for the first year or so, grade 7-ish, grade 8. I kind of cared a little bit because I was super tiny. I was bullied a lot. Then I got stronger, more confident. And that just changed everything. And then something happened overnight, and I was like, I can't believe I wasted all these years caring what people thought. Do you want to know how pathetic it was? When I was in elementary school, now mind you, I was a young kid, but still, that's not really an excuse. I used to be so paranoid about what people thought that I would get dressed in the morning, and I would look in the mirror and make sure that there was nothing anybody else could critique about. Oh, is my hair parted to the side? Does that make me look, whatever? It was fucking insane. Oh, this shirt it's kind of bright. That looks a little bit pink, not so much red. Are people gonna, say something about that? Can you imagine that? Now I would purposely go out in a fucking pink shirt just to wait for someone to say some fucking shit. So, like, wow, how the tides have changed for me. Oh. I think I'm done after this. Oh, yeah, because of my big steps. Oh, one more. No, he did it again. There she is. Look at the madness. Sweet. Sorry, bear with me here for a second. Yeah, I really do want to go back over there. Yeah. Yeah, I do want to do that. Let's kill some raptors. I gotta turn in, and then I'm after regular tigers. Who now? I should be able to throw these punks on the ground. Which punks? Shadow Maw Claws or tigers? Tigers. Elders. Elder tiger. Lashtail. Ooh. $15. Yeah, don't mind me if I'm being quiet there. I'm just trying to focus on... No, Elder Strength. What? Why doesn't it... Hold on a sec. 1 sec. Looking at my log. Elder Stranglethorn. Why doesn't it mark that I need it? Oh, okay. Yeah, those are the guys I need. Oh, there. Oh, Lashtail. I do have that quest. I'll pretend like I don't have it, and I'll make it look like it's a noble cause that I'm helping him. Unless he has questy, then you'll know I needed it too. Tiger. Can't. I'm just trying to... Sometimes when I don't talk, that's when you know I'm like laser focused. I'm just trying to... So yeah, good times. Of all the characters you've probably ever seen me play, there's probably no denying that this is one of the more flashy, like, wow, look at that guy go kind of character I've ever played, right? Eric Cartman will go to hell when he dies. It's kind of sad. Well, from a cartoon perspective, sure. But he kind of deserves to go there. Dude is such an asshole. I love him. Cartman's by far my favorite character. We'll get the raptors, too. Let's see where he went. Seriously? Little Murloc bastards. Two words for the people at Roblox: grammar deterioration. I like picking on people for grammar, just for shits and giggles, because I can be a harmless troll that way. But in the end, so long as I can make out what the fuck you're saying, I suppose that's really all that matters. Yeah, I mean, if it's like terrible, or it looks like you're not trying, I don't know, some people, they type so bad I can't even make out what the fuck they're saying. Now that part is annoying. And then they'll talk to you like you should understand what they're saying. It's like, yeah, no. It's not my job to try to have to decipher what you're saying. If you're gonna talk all fucked up, at least have it so that I understand what you're saying. Like me, I can make grammatical mistakes. I mean, I speak multiple languages. I can't be expected to know everything about every language I speak. So when I type, it can be a little rough. But I can promise you, you will understand what I'm trying to say. That's the main take. Almost done, and after this, I think I will finally definitely be 41. I mean, I think everybody in here has seen my druid before. It's not like I need to recap on what that looks like. Five more Lashtail. Hey, Optic, how's it going? How you doing today? Yep. Just about to get to dual wielding. Really excited about that. Kill 5 Lashtail Raptors. Yeah, they're all around here. But yeah, this could potentially be, you know, maybe my main character. It's really, I don't know. I don't have that stealth aspect, which I desperately, desperately want. I really want that. And then being able to tank. It's twice the work, though. Yeah. I'll just have to see. If it was retail World of Warcraft, I would be able to get away with just playing the Druid because that's all I've been doing. The Druid is flashier on retail than in Classic. But this is just like, wow. It's just crazy good. And like I said, I can heal, I can res, I can do a lot of shit. You get that visual appeal with all the crazy weapons that you can have. And the Druid, again, doesn't do that. It's very, very bland. It's fun gameplay. But from a visual appeal, like a flashy appeal, there's absolutely no flash whatsoever.
And honor.
Anaria Sholam.
There it is. The big ding.
What be on your mind? Hey there.
Yeah, it's a little bit warm here, but there's not a lot of humidity. Dual wield, I mean, I will now. Because of what I'm about to do right here. Dum da da dum dum dum. Drum roll. Whoops. Dual wield. See, because at level 40 I chose Storm Strike, which to me was a little bit more pressing. Now, bam. Just like that. So now I can do this. Couldn't do this before. This is it. Here we go. I could do that before with the shield. Look at that. Oof. Double Wind Fury. Ay, 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 ay. Look at that. That's some crazy shit right there. Oh, eat pineapple. Oh, yeah. She was in my SM yesterday. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I'm trying to figure out what to do. I gotta take a piss really bad before my bladder explodes. But I'm also tired. My ass is killing me. It's 2:20. How long have I been streaming for? Holy macaroni and cheese. Yeah, an hour and 40 minutes. That's kind of a good run. For the first half hour, 40 minutes, there wasn't really anybody in here. Now there's a few people in here, but it's getting painful. Seriously. I think it's best, now that you've seen that I can dual wield, that I take a bit of a break from the stream, go and do a few things around the house. I might even mow the front of the house. I've already done the backyard. Kind of stretch for a bit. Give my... This is going to sound bad, but you all know what I mean by this. Give my ass a break. And then when I come back, because I probably will, probably play with the dual-wielding shaman. This is the first time. Premier look at a weapon in each hand instead of a big fat two-handed weapon. The idea is the DPS will be about the same, but because I can dual wield, have double wind fury, each weapon hits quicker, and each hit has a 20% chance. So if I have a big fat slow-handed weapon, like you've seen me swing really slow, each one really slow, 20%. 20% versus boom, 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 boom. Get it? Like each one's 20%. So I'm going to be getting a lot more Wind Fury procs. In other words, triggers, if you will. So that could make it in the long run that I do more damage overall. That's what we're going to check out when I come back. Then I'll recap, because, you know, that's exciting for you all. And I'll go back on my druid just for like 5 minutes, kind of show you, you know, around the same level, and, you know, that visualness again. And then kind of ask for shits and giggles, you know, if you were playing a game like this, would you be able to, you know, play a druid like this forever as your one and only character, even though it looks very bland looking? There's nothing flashy, there's nothing glowing, and there's no tornadoes, and you know what I mean? Like, it's really, really cool to see that with this guy. Whereas with my feral druid, it's a lot more subtle. It's just a purple cat. You can hide, you can stealth, and that's kind of the cool thing. Nobody can see you. You pop out of nowhere and you can mangle and fuck some people up. You can heal people. The heals are flashy. You can buff people for up to an hour so that their armor and their attributes are increased by a certain percentage. You could turn into a bear, tank a bunch of people. So that is cool on its own. It has its own coolness, if that makes any sense. And I'm trying to figure out what matters more to me. Do I like seeing all this flashy shit like this? I don't know. But I'm having fun in the meantime. But yeah. Yeah, so if you want, for anybody who's left in here, I do, and I kind of like that. I'm gonna log, but I... Yeah, so we've got this guy. Well, there's my healing druid, right? That looks the same because he's also a Tauren. You know what? Let me show you before my bladder explodes. I can kind of hold it, and it's not that bad, but it is getting there. Oh, that's where I was. Ooh, I wasn't even logged. Oh, because I was in the middle of a quest. So this is my healing druid. He's very weak. I can't do much on him in terms of defending myself, but I just want to show you quickly what it looks like. So this is a rotation compared to my enhancement shaman. So we do this. We got some spells. That looks kind of cool. We've got some moonfires, insect swarm, and we could do a starfire. Right? I mean, it's kind of flashy. This is the druid that can go into cat form if he has to. Right here. And that's what the skills look like. If I play Feral, you're always in cat form. And that's what that looks like. Right? There's no fire, fur. This isn't like my retail World of Warcraft druid. So you just saw what it looked like visually. You know, with these spells, me throwing some of these nature spells. I mean, you know, it's pretty cool. But you're a healer. You're going to kill so much slower. And then if I was Feral, even though my points aren't in Feral, this is what it looks like when you're attacking. That's a lot less flashy than looking at a big axe with tornadoes and shit, right? You still get some visual cues, some blood splatter. You know, the shadow pause, like it looks like it's, you get the tracer effect. See, like when I do the double paw swipe. So, I mean, there is some visualness there. But it's not nearly as dramatic as my Enhancement Shaman. And I have to figure out what matters to me more. Right? That's what I have to figure out. Do I want to be Resto with all the casting spells? Or do I want to be this guy, not overly flashy, but then I can stealth and nobody can see me? I mean, obviously you can see me because I'm the fucking one playing the character. But nobody else around me could see me. They wouldn't even know I'm standing here. And that on its own is a pretty cool thing. Like, that person there, they can't see me. So, is this better for me or the shaman? Or maybe both. But then it's twice as much work. That means I'm going to be playing less of other games. It's all about balancing my time. But ultimately, of all the classes, of all the characters in the game, there's really only a few that I like. And there's like a good, 10 different characters I could be playing. But if I play the Horde Druid, it would be Resto only. I wouldn't be playing cat form. If I do cat form, that would be my Night Elf one. Because I have decided, as you could see here, with this cat form. Take a look at him again. I mean, he's pretty cool. Kind of looks like a wyvern, sort of lion. Sort of thing. That's that. Now I'll quickly show you my purple cat, the one that I would be keeping feral in cat form. Again, this guy I'd be keeping in normal form, where I cast the spells to heal, which means that my killing attacks are very weak. Is this the same druid that you started a month ago or two? Yes, it is. I also preferred the look of the Night Elf druid. Yes, exactly. It's tough because they're both versatile classes. As far as the flash, I don't think Shaman can be compared. That's just it. But, yeah. Anyways, I gotta show you this really quick, and then I'm gonna piss myself. Yes, I'm on white mane. So again, the druid I just showed you, he would forever be like in humanoid form. I wouldn't be going in cat form, but I just showed you the cat form just so you have an idea of what the Horde cat form looks like. But if I go with the feral druid, this is the cat form that I would be keeping. This guy right here. I have come to the conclusion that I prefer the purple cat over that lion-looking cat. And again, he can heal too. But he would be a terrible healer, because again, this guy's not my healer. This guy is my feral DPS guy, always in cat form. This is how I fight. Again, the other druid, I'm always in the humanoid form like that, casting spells. And what's cool about the shaman is he can do it all. You can sort of kinda off tanks. You can have a shield. You can heal. Just as good as my Resto druid. Don't like them quite as much, because there's more instant cast heals, which could be better for PvP on the druid. Then I can range damage, which is a lot of fun. Elemental Shaman is so much fun. And then there's the melee, with all the flash that you've been seeing for the past hour and a half. So, again, I'm struggling. So that's why I'm just kind of fucking around with all of them. And hopefully I figure it out. I'd rather do one character, but I'm afraid that I would find this boring to look at. There's not much flashy there. I mean, you saw the skills of what it looks like when I attack something. There's still some visual shit on the screen, but like someone said, you can't compare that to the shaman. I mean, that's king if that's what I'm looking for that flashiness. If I don't care about the flashiness and I just want something fun for shit disturbing, arguably for world PvP, the Feral Druid is probably maybe not better, but could be slightly more entertaining because nobody sees you coming. Because you prowl, no one can see you. And then out of nowhere, you come up behind them and you just fucking mangle their ass. I mean, you can't do that with a shaman. They'll see you coming 6 miles away, right? So yeah. That's what I'm struggling with. Yeah. Yes, they can, so yeah. It's just so hard. It really, really is. So that's what I'm working with. So I'm going to go for now. And when I come back, maybe within an hour, I don't know, maybe up to 2 hours, I don't know. I'm having a hard time deciding what I want to do, to be honest. But yeah. I just want to world PvP and do some battlegrounds. I'm going to do a lot of arenas, but not because I want to be competitive. I just want my 10 wins every week when Season 1 hits. For battlegrounds, to be honest with you, the thing I love about stealthing is I come out when I'm ready. If I'm big beefy bastard here and there's a battleground, there is no hiding, there's no prowling. Everybody's going to see me in my full glory. There's no hiding. I'll look cooler, but there's no hiding. So I'm probably going to die more because I can be seen. There's no escape. Whereas with the druid, as soon as I'm out of combat for a couple of seconds, I can poof, I'm gone. I can go anywhere I want, wait for that opportunistic moment, psh, pounce. I fucking love that. Not flashy, but the play style I prefer a bit more. This one is like, for the lack of a better term, almost a bit more of a glass cannon. So that's the issue that I'm having with that. Ah, stealth is just so much fun. Yeah. Anyways, I gotta go. My bladder's gonna explode. It is... I don't even know what time it is. About 2:30? Yeah. Yeah, like I said, there's a chance I could be back within an hour or so. If not, I might end up waiting between 5 and 6. I have no idea. No problem. Thanks for stopping by. And yeah, I can't think. Like I said, on the weekends, it's kind of like all over the place, and I do that on purpose. Monday to Friday, I specifically stream between 5 and 6 when I do, most of the time. It'll always be around the same time, so it's more consistent. That way, whether you get notified or not, it doesn't matter. If you want to stop by, you'll know that I'll probably be on between that time, 5 to 6, Monday to Friday. Saturday, Sunday, I personally choose to make it a clusterfuck. It's just whenever the moment hits me. There's no specific time. I could be back in an hour like I could be back in 2 hours. Right? So, but yeah. All right. I shall be back soon-ish enough. And I'll probably be doing a little bit more of this. Like I said, showcasing the dual-wielding shaman. Getting him closer to level 42, which is where my Feral Druid is. And go from there. All right. So thanks for stopping by, and maybe I'll see some of you